What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Underrated Plug. Now, today I'm going to be talking about a throwback album, of course, Stony Hill by Damian Marley. Now, it's been, I don't know how many years since Damian Marley has had a solo album. Now, he did have the triple disc album Setup Shop with the whole Ghetto Youth Camp, and he did the album with Nas, Distant Relatives, which I will be reviewing those four albums. Basically, I'll be reviewing those four albums for you guys if you missed those albums. So if you didn't miss those albums, then good, you're in the mix. But if you missed those albums, watch the videos, check those albums out: Distant Relatives and Setup Shop 1, 2, and 3 volume. Insanity albums. Now let's get into the Stony Hill. So let's just go track list first, because there's a lot to unpack in this album. This album is such an amazing album, I can't even begin to tell you. So the intro is Stony Hill, Here We Go, Nail Pond Cross, Roar, Medication, Time Travel, Living It Up, Looks Are Deceiving, The Struggle Discontinues, Autumn Leaves, Everybody Wants to Be Somebody, Upholstery, Grown and Sexy, Picture Perfect, So a Child May Follow, Slave Mill, Caution, and Speak Life. Now, just from the track list, those are some heavy tracks, period. Now, Medication was him and Stephen Marley, and Stephen Marley is one of my favorite artists of all time. Reggae, it doesn't even matter. Favorite artist of all time, one of my favorite artists of all time. That song is featuring him, and then I think they did a remix with Ty Dolla $ign and what's his name, Wiz Khalifa. So, but I don't care about the remix. The remix is not as great as the original. Him and Stephen Marley, I believe it's produced by Stephen Marley, and Medication is the single off the album. One of my favorite songs. I think another single was Nail Pond Cross, and then he did kind of an Instagram kind of video of Slave Mill, where it wasn't really a single. He just kind of did like a cool little video for Instagram, but Medication is an amazing song. Of course, it's about marijuana, but beautiful song, really, really nice. Stephen Marley his production is always top notch, is always amazing. Now, Slave Mill, that is one of my favorite songs like I've ever heard in my life. That song is so powerful. That song is so touching. That song is amazing. I mean, the things he unpacked in that song are just, it is amazing. It talks about current times, slavery times, and just kind of the bridge between those two worlds. And it's really, really specific, and it's an amazing song. Living It Up, I love. It's a celebration song. You know, they've made it. They have everything they want. They're following their dreams. You know, they're living it up, you know, to the fullest, you know, because you only get one life, basically, till the wheels fall off. Another song that is really interesting, and it's kind of a flip on typical reggae or roots reggae, is The Struggle Discontinues. Now, in that song, he's talking about, well, you know, I don't have to struggle anymore. And, you know, how long do I have to suffer, you know, in life in order to be okay or be good? Like, I'm trying to get to this certain place, but I don't want to struggle anymore. The struggle is over for them. They're not struggling. It's not, you know, they don't have those issues, whether it's poverty or just, you know, struggle of maybe, you know, poor people times, or just poverty times, or what's, you know, ghetto times, or whatever you want to call it. But they're just, in that song, he just breaks down that, you know, the struggle is discontinues. Like, and how long do I have to suffer? Like, do I have to suffer forever just to be, you know, who I want to be, or be a person, or, you know, get to the next level in life, and just as himself and his family and, you know, his people, basically. So it's kind of a flip, and it's the struggle discontinues, because he's saying, like, there's no more struggle. It's behind us. We're not struggling anymore. And to be proud to say that they don't have to struggle anymore. So that's a cool flip, because, you know, a lot of reggae music is all about the struggle. That's what reggae was birthed out of. But this song is really a flip on that. Like, you know what? We don't struggle anymore. We don't have to, because the struggle discontinues. So that's a really, really cool flip on a struggle song, and really the nuances and just kind of the original version of what reggae came from, and what reggae usually is, and what reggae music usually talks about. So that song is really powerful in that way, and the track is beautiful, and is done really, really well. So That song is amazing. Another good song that I love is Time Travel. That's a fun little, track. And it's a lot of reggae. He does more singing on this album. This is not a straight dance hall album. It's a lot of singing, actually. He switched it up and threw us a lot of singing. Damian Marley can sing. He is a Marley. They all freaking can sing. But he threw us, more singing, more ballads, more, slower records. It's not too much dance hall. I think Upholstery is more of the dance hall flavor where the beat kind of switches up and drops and everything. But there's not much of that in this album. I mean, this is a really serious album. I mean, you could tell he put a lot of time and effort, and he really had to get some things off his chest with this album because it really goes through a lot of different phases in this album. I mean, Nail Upon Cross is really like just, a crucified kind of song, and Roar is kind of more powerful and, not taking it anymore. And Medication is kind of like, just about life and, being medicated and trying to live good and, living it up and time travel. Those are all kind of, future songs and just really uplifting songs. And then at the end, track 16, Slave Mill, he goes into some other, darker stuff, and then Caution and Speak Life. And he talks about, you need to speak life. You can't just, it's not enough to just live. You have to speak about life and in living if you want to be here a long time. So this album has a lot of different elements and a lot of different modes. This album is phenomenal. It came out 2017, and this album, every Damian Marley album holds up to any time. I mean, I want to say he won a Grammy for Stony Hill, but I'm not sure. But if he didn't, he should have. But Stony Hill 2017, Damian Junior Gang Marley. Let me say his whole name, because it's nothing but respect for Damian Marley. He's one of my favorite artists. But go get this album. It's amazing. And subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. I will be posting on Twitter and on YouTube. And I will be doing his other albums. I think the next one might be Distant Relatives. I'm just not sure yet. But go get Stony Hill. It is his newest album out to date, and it is phenomenal. So subscribe to the channel, the underrated plug, and give thanks. Have a good day. Peace.